Well, Afghanistan had their moments, second half of their batting effort, putting on a very competitive total, and then Mujibur Rahman accounting for Rizwan early on. After that, it's been the Babar and Fakhr Zaman show since then. A decent partnership put on, taking them to the 10th over at 72 for 1, 35 of 30 for Babar and Fakhr after that early six, consolidating to 28 of 20. Mujib's bowled out, Rashid hasn't bowled yet. So lots of tactics being employed by Afghanistan. We'll just try and analyze those tactics here on Cricbuzz Comm Box. I'm in the company of Joy Bhattacharjya. Joy, little surprised. I know we were going to sort of say hold back Rashid, but not in the first 10.
I think what they're trying to do is, and I don't necessarily agree with it because I think Babar Azam is just too comfortable. What they're trying to do is backload him as much as they can so that when there's run pressure, and even if you're trying to chase 8.5, and Rashid, comes in and bowls at you, you'll have to take risks against him and hopefully you'll get wickets. There'll be a bit of panic. That's what they're playing for. But for that to happen, the other bowlers can't leak as many runs. And I think from the 8th over onwards, I think Babar Zaman has just picked his spot, decided, he's scored 35 of 30 balls and he hasn't looked as if he's taken a single chance. It's been a completely calm, risk-free inning. So I think they're with whatever limited resources they have, two good bowlers and a couple of average bowlers, they're trying to put things together. I think Babar Zaman he's just so calmly seeing it through. It's very difficult for them to do anything.
I know you're calling him Babar Zaman for the moment, but that's another way of saying it's such a good partnership that the two names merge into each other. but that's okay.
Sorry.
But it is the Babar Zaman show, really, because it's I don't think he would have been able to do that had he not had the confidence of Fakhr Zaman, maybe hitting a few over the top and giving him that confidence. But people, Joy, who don't know Pakistan will think, hang on, shouldn't they be maybe 15 runs more? But that's the way they play. First 10, they like to establish the platform, and then they know they've got the freedom to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And they know that there's only one card left for Afghanistan to play, and that's Rashid Khan, and they've brought him on now. And that's the only thing that they have to worry about. If they see Rashid Khan through, and they don't have to hit Rashid Khan. See, Rashid Khan is a different bowler if you don't need to take risks against him. So and Babar is a master at manipulating the field. So you take a single here, take a single there. Even Rashid Khan is human. He's going to give them a loose ball now and then. If they can do that and they can see through even a couple of overs of Rashid Khan, then it becomes very, very difficult. From there on, to get back for Afghanistan will be very difficult.
The other thing, of course, is the bowling depth. We talk about batting depth. What about the bowling depth? Mujib has bowled out, so that's it. Finished. Bye-bye. I think he's gone off the field as well. 4 overs, 1 for 14. Outstanding spell, but maybe not done enough to create the kind of dents that will create panic. Nabi hasn't really looked as good with the ball as he did with the bat. Naveenul Haq, not really impressive. They've got other options. Gulbadin Neb is an all-rounder, and Rashid's 4 overs to come. So it's the bowling depth where we don't see too many resources there.
Absolutely. And I fully agree with you. I don't think they have the bowling depth at this point in time. Even if Neb picks up the ball, these are all serviceable bowlers against teams like Scotland. Against an opposition like this, Babar in full form, they just... And Fakhr Zaman will keep taking risks every once in a while. They won't take it against this bowler. They take it on the other side. And there'll be a waltz in the park. Something needs to change for this game plan. Right now, Afghanistan's playing their cards well, but they just don't have enough cards. Something needs to change. One wicket somewhere. Babar Azam gets out. It perhaps will make a difference because, he's somebody who's very senior. Expect also, if your wicket to fall out here, to expect either a Shoaib Malik or a Hafiz to come in and just calm things down and say, okay, relax. It's okay. This is an easy chase. We've done it hundreds of times before. So that's what they'll be doing right now. And I think they've played it perfectly so far.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about one calm replacing another. You've already got the calm captain out there. Fakhr Zaman, of course, can be the aggressor. But both of them, not one, but two. We mentioned that at the start of the tournament. Are they going to play both Shoaib Malik and Mohammad Hafiz? The fact is they've played both, not just against India. They played them against New Zealand. Unchanged side today against Afghanistan. But as I said, Cricbuzz Comm Box, I wonder if that can have any impact whatsoever in terms of trying to pick up a wicket, because Rashid Khan has in fact come on in the 11th over, and we're just going to hang in there to see if anything possibly changes with the introduction of Rashid Khan. He started slowly. He's been given out, and I just wonder if that's going down the leg side. It's a googly from Rashid Khan. It's been given out. gut feel, possibly going down leg, could be a close thing. If it's out, even umpires call, that means it stays out. We're just going to hang in there to try and see, because this could
Oh,
be a
it's a close
pivotal
one.
moment in the the course of the game. Rashid Khan coming on in the 11th over, hasn't bowled yet so far. Quiet 5 deliveries, raps the skipper on the pads. Umpire gives it out, reviewed immediately, and the feeling is it going to be brushing leg, hitting leg, or missing leg? At the moment, I'm
Neither side is
calling it as
confident.
just about missing leg.
Neither side is confident. If it's an umpire's call, remember it goes with the batsman, with the bowler, because he was given out originally. So
Yeah, first step, of course, is just a bit of a murmur as it passes the bat. Not enough for that to be a spike to say it actually touched the bat. There's a lot of noise in the ground, remember. 20,000 people are in at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. I think it's going to all come down to where it's hitting. Everyone is waiting with bated breath. Cricbuzz Comm Box can bring drama, and that's exactly what it's bringing. It's our words, our conversation that is now steering all of you towards seeing what happened. And now comes the moment of reckoning.
the moment of truth.
And yes, it is. Yes, it is. Naked eye for me. I called it on that one, that I just felt the angle of the googly was going away. The umpire will have to reverse the decision. Babar Azam will breathe easy. Rashid Khan will be disappointed.
Oh,
Roy,
that's a big one.
before we
No,
sign off, how much does this mean for Pakistan and for Afghanistan?
it's a huge one, because had they got that wicket, they would have. It's not that was could have been a complete game changer, but they just needed Afghanistan need their foot in the door. That would have been the foot in the door. Maybe a little bit of panic, one more wicket, something would happen. Because otherwise, even with 2 wickets, it's very, very overwhelmingly Pakistan's game. But at least they would have got in there. Right now, that door is firmly shut in their face. It's looking so far completely Pakistan's game from here on.
Things can change. First 10 overs of Afghanistan's innings, it was all Pakistan. Second 10 overs, they completely overwhelmed them. So can they repeat their antics from their batting effort? And 3 overs more of Rashid Khan, can he do enough damage? For the moment, it's Pakistan. Things can change. We'll review it all at the end. For now, that's all from Cricbuzz Comm Box.